Hello future tech leaders, I am Sindhuja. Based on my own experience, I know that learning the right skills can shape our future. What if I say learning was as thrilled as the tech world itself? There we go. A cloud foundation, that's exactly what you will experience. From day one, you will be immersed in the interactive sessions and expert-led courses that covers most of the widely used technologies in the zone of data science to cloud computing, which brings more light to the life of a techie. I'm so excited to help you and unlock the true potential of a technology. Well, then why to wait? Let's see what it unfolds.
Here in one of the introduction session which we have not shown, one feature which was enabled. Now I want to show you. Go to child side. You can see here it changed your profile. If you remember, in the first session I was saying that whatever you see, the menus or the functionalities which you are having access, that is all controlled via roles or OLS, like your basis, your accessibility. Based on the roles which is assigned to your profile, you can able to access relevant modules or the relevant being a customer administrator. That is your role. Because of that, we are having access to all the modules and all the configuration. Similar way, a person is having only contracts role. He can only see the contracts access. He will not be seeing other roles. In order to do the roles, there is a you can services available where you click on. Change your profile by clicking on this. And see, it will give you like what is your username, what is the email address. If you want to change, you can change it. Supervisor. Whoever will be your supervisor, that is visible here. You can change if there is a change in your supervisor. And these are all the groups which are currently assigned to the user by your 7. In one case by your 7, that is the user which we are using. These are all the groups that are existingly available for him. If you want to add more groups, go to the bottom of the page. Click on Selling. In System will tell you what is assigned and what is not assigned. Wherever you see this tick, these are the roles currently active for this particular user. On the left hand side, whatever you're seeing is system parameters which is not assigned to this particular user. For example, as I mentioned, a buyer is having only of booking role. We want to ask him in wise in also. When you come here, we'll be selecting the relevant roles and then click on done. It will be added to the role. For example, I want to add category main agent for this day, 7 close order functionality and custom reporting main agent, something like that. I'm just randomly selecting some roles which is not having by clicking on done. And now I have added certain roles as part of the first screen. Next, you can either click on the next tab or you can click on upon shipping information by clicking on accounting and shipping. Here also you can edit certain details. What are all those? By default, you will be assigned to this company for purchasing organization, purchasing group, purchasing unit, plan delivery address. What is these ones? For these by year 7, this will be default. Opening question purchase organization. Whenever this user is creating a purchase, by default he will be assigned to this company code, this purchasing organization. In the PO, the delivery address will be shown as this one. Again, this is not a hard stop. This will be defaulting it at the time of BER creation. You can change these settings also, but it will help you to not know. No need to enter each time, it is maintained. Clicking on next, you need to provide why you are changing this. Whatever you are adding rows, what is the accounting information you are changing? This will help up the person who is approving this profile. He can able to validate and give a approval. Suppose in some companies they might ask you to take your senior management approval to get additional roles. You need to access that email to this profile. Then once you click on this, system will tell you by doing these changes who will be your approval for this profile changes. In this case, customer administrator will go into receive an email. He will verify the changes. Once he is with this, he will approve it. By clicking on next, it will give you from this existing groups to this. Groups were requested by the user. Arrive, approve it. Based on the attachment or whatever they are, provided he can take a decision. If we approve, these roles will be added to your profile. If we deny it, then you will not get these roles assigned to your profile and you need to submit your existing research with the same profile. This is called user profile request up 334. We can configure who has to approve ES5F process flow, approval process flow that we are going to talk in the buying side. This the vendor is not giving certain access for us. Sometime whenever we're getting the taxes, we need to utilize it. That is the reason I have clubbed in today's topic. Is this clear? Are those purchasing organization and purchasing group are we maintaining here in the other version or will be maintaining as part of a downstream only, not in the upstream level? Because when we send this purchase order to ERP system, that is the mandatory requirement. You need to fill this data. Without that, SAP will not create a PO. That is the reason we are maintaining. For Ariba application, it is not necessary. It is not relevant also. When you have a PO configuration with reference to your backend system, you need to maintain it. Suppose you want to send PO to Ariba network only, not to send to ERP system, then it's a very good question. Those are counting purchase, group and purchase. All these things are not. Since this client is integrated with us for JNAN or ERP system, we need to maintain these details. That will be seeing only when we're talking in the child downstream related subject. We're going to explore more on those information. I will have one more topic, which is supplier performance management. Let's complete that and then we will talk about that. Once we come to this one, then we will talk about the configuration. Supplier performance management. What is supplier performance management? For what we have seen is how you can create an onboard vendor, how can he qualify him and how can you make him preferred supplier and how can you import this data using SM administration. Now the what activity we are doing is over a period of time. You want to evaluate your supplier like in your existing roles where you're working, you'll be doing a performance management over 6 months or 3 months, quarterly review or 6 months review. Based on your targets, whatever the assign you have, whether you have performed, you made the expectation or exit the expectation. Similarly, in supplier performance, also we are going to evaluate a supplier performance over a period of time, whether he is provided on delivery as on time, whether his quality, the supplier material, is having a quality which is expected by our technical team, and whether his credit terms are or he is continuously bothering us once he supplies the material or he remains quiet way until the payment is released. All these things will be monitored. In order to do the supplier performance management, I think this is the first project which we are seeing creation of a project in As I mentioned earlier, also all the documents which you created as part of our project. Similarly, we are creating a supplier performance project. I will be creating, for example, SPM today, 24 July 2023. These fields, what you are seeing, is generally maintained by during deployment time. We will be deciding it. If you want to any change, you want to add additional field, or you want to hide commodity region department field from here, then you need to rise in a service with the river and do this. Computation is not done very functional. The name wherever you're seeing a stick, that is compulsory. This other feature, optional fields. Even this setting also has to be done from our website. Happy from project. If you already created certain project in the past, this is easy way to copy second field information. If it not, you select no value. You can copy that project. This project is when you're selecting this project. Yes, whenever you're running your boat, this project which you have created will not be included. And one more option is when you select as a yes, you can able to delete it. If it is not, then sometime you will not allow to delete that project. That's the reason of this project based language will remain same. Now this performance management which you are doing, this is for which commodity could be chosen to depart. That also you can able to do that. If you don't want, you can keep this value as empty to supply. If you're doing for the supply level, you are not differentiating. Maybe you create a separate performance management for different reasons and different. Then you can use it. Otherwise, we can take directly one project. I will select the one which we have created. Let's see. I have a seller. You can see this is the seller. Click on. You can even add as part of your test. Whenever you're searching, you can with the name of the search, then this name. This will be shown. Or if you're going by a particular period, you can use this one. Whatever the fields which are entering here, that can be searchable. Then, once you select it, the different templates can be used. Whichever the template you want to use, you can use it. Let's select this one. Supply Performance Management Project Template. Click on Create. Once you create a project, Ariba will put a document number. That is nothing. But on the right hand side, which you're seeing, what's the idea of your ID? This is the ID internally which is created by Ariba. The same ID is visible here. This is your first time. Any project which you create will be having these many tasks or the tabs are available. The first tab will be Overview tab, where it will give you some information about the detail which you have entered in the initial screen. And with the process side, it will tell you what are the processes to come to this particular project, supplier performance based, supplier certification and successful. When we are talking about the templates, are these templates or default templates from Ariba, or can we create these templates on our own based on the client requirement? Yes, based on the client requirement, we are doing and consultant will be having the access to create the templates. Generally given to the end user. It is done by the consultant like us. Will you be covering that? How to create the templates? Yes, correct. We are going to cover them. Thank you. This is the ID. This is the document which is not created. The first scale is the overview and the processes, and you can whatever the announcement related to here. You can also add quick links in order any project which is accessed in the first page you want to have. You can have the template. Under action, you can edit the overview. By clicking on this, whatever you have entered here, you can able to change it. Like Ariba seller, I want to add certain details. You can hand those details. On the right hand side, this is a tricky one because many people will not be knowing what template this particular project has been used. If you want to find out, this is the only way, or you have to run the reports and see. You can see this is used by Supply Performance Management Project template. The template for this project has no questions. That's fine. Anytime you want to find out if I'm creating it after 6 months or 3 months. I want to know during creation of this project, what is the template I have used. For that, you need to click on Edit Overview or View Overview. Go to the template questions and you will be find out the template which is used by this project. Clicking on. Again, sometimes these tabs are not visible. Why? That is because extents there are two types of views are available for a project. One is compact view. Once you click on compact view, all the information is shown on one screen, which will not give you tabular details. When you are in this situation, you need to come to actions. Click on full view. How this is giving is at the time of the template creation while you're saving the run. If you kept in compact view and close the template, then while you open a project, it will be shown in compact view only. If it is in full view, it will show as a full view. Currently, the template is kept as a full view. We are seeing these tabs sometimes. Some of the people are fresh in way. They will keep this as a compact view. You want to have it one page visibility. That time you will be shown as a one page. In order to navigate to the full view, click on Action. Do the full view. Delete project. If they are getting certain parameters will control this option, whether you are allowed to delete a project or not. Most of the companies will put a restriction not to delete it because they want to see the history and they don't want someone to delete a real-time project option. We will talk about create copy and follow on project. Suppose you already created one project, you want to copy the project, what will happen? Same like earlier when you are creating copy from right. Similarly, if you click on copy project, these values will be copied and you change the supply and proceed with the creation. Follow on project means you created, for example, you created one RFP. You create a follow on project to do an action. That is a follow on project. Or you created one project and later on you want to add one more project. You can create a follow on project. Once you create a follow on project, a link will list a place in the Overview tab to switch back from follow on project and previous project. That way you can create a link between two projects using when you create a follow on project. Let's go to the full view. Document. Generally, once you understand this project, then this is same in contract management and the supplier management and sourcing management. Here you will be having the support, which we will talk shortly. Going to the Task tab. Here at the task which you need to be complete to complete the performance management of a project. On the top, on the right hand side, you are going to see incomplete task 4. That means you need to complete these 4 tasks once that the project is executed. Team tab will give you who have access to this particular team. Let's go to the team tab. Now only project owner is added as part of the team. You can add additional members using action. Team members. Click on edit. You can add additional team members. Let's complete the team's topic now in today's session. Add group. Now only one group is there. Now I'm adding one more group. Supplier performance I'm doing. I'm adding a group from procurement team. Procurement team. They can change this project, whether we are going to allow them. We are going to decide as part of the roles by assigning these roles. Procurement team will get the functionality. I want to make them as an observer. I don't want them to change it, but I just want to observe a team member. If I want to change them, then I need to add them into the project owner. There is one active group also. Active team member. Click on that. I'm assigning 2 roles, clicking on. This time I have created a team. Now I will be adding the members. Group will be part of this procurement team. You can select any vendor. I'm selecting by 7. Similarly, you can create one more group, observer group. And I will assign the role as an observer. Here, I want to add legal department into question. Like that. You can add any number of people as you wish. They will be getting observer permission. Whoever you are adding here, you will be getting procurement new function. These groups can be used to create tasks and create approval results that we are going to see in coming session. Now, while default project owner is added, whoever creating this particular project becomes the project owner. If you want to change, you can click here and you can change it. Whoever added here as part of the project owner, that is called soon as a license. I think if I was explaining the first session or second session, Ariba also charges based on licenses. In upstream, the billing or the pricing will go by number of licensed users. Generally, up to 200 users will be given as a standard permission. More than 200 users are using this project location permission, then Ariba will charge certain amount. It will be fall under second bracket like 200 to 500 group or something, and based on that you will be charged. Again, when we talk about this license, we use this for the downstream. You can have 20,000 users. Ariba don't care because they want Ariba application to be used by asthma users as they don't want any other third-party tool. They want to use procurement related thing. They want to use Ariba application. There, it doesn't matter. When it comes to the upstream, whoever creating project owner functionality that is considered license that is monitored by Ariba. Is it clear? I assume it's clear. This one we can even decide. In the template level, when we are managing the supply performance manage template, we can decide what are all the groups, what are all the roles, and we can stop it. We will give the leverage to this particular members. Addition will be given to the end user, but creation of groups will be restricted by consultant. That can be done as part of the template change management or template creation. That we are going to see it right now. The template allows the end user to configure the team members and add members. Someone asked a question. Message board is simple. Inside your project, you can communicate. You can create a new topic and communicate. Anytime in the history, it will be visible. Anyone who is opening, you can communicate with the message board, even messages. Whatever related when you're performing in sourcing. That time you'll be seeing even messages and all history will give you like what time it is started, who has made, who created the team. Everything is visible here. You can also start by, this is for your audit purpose also. I want to see teams. Who has made any changes to team by clicking on set? Whatever the team related changes you can able to see. If you want no choice, then all the information will be visible here. You can further filter by time date by searching also. More such option, you can select ID and real user. What is a real user? Suppose someone is acting on behalf of some other user, then real user detail can be added also. Teams, but we're clear. Now let's go to the task. There are different tasks are available. Generally, these will be discussed as part of contract management. We're talking the starting the project, also will explain. There are different tasks are available in Ariba to do tasks. That means you're asking user to perform certain acts. That is called to do task. When you can send for a review task. That means you want to review changes to some other. Main is that is a new task. It is approval. You're expecting some approval from a business person. That is an approval task. For time being, let's complete whatever existing here. Then we will create as part of a new business. It is asking us supplier 1 year delivery success rate. Something it is saying. You want to click on this detail. Click on view details. Then I would tell you what type of a task it is. You can see this is a to-do task. That means simply asking the user to perform certain action. And ask the supplier 1 year delivery success rate I have asked. Then I can either click on mark started or I can click on mark started. Now go to the team. Task. You can see it changes from not started to in progress because I have started it in progress. This is the phase inside of the. Based on this one, the phase also will be in progress. Now I have asked the detail. Now I'm marking this as a complete. Either I can click on view this details, click on mark complete, or I can directly take action from there. Click on mark complete. Now you can see this task has been complete. Then this should update to 3. Either you refresh. Generally takes real time with some lag is there. Now get customer 1 year transaction with the client. It is just asking the customer 1 year transaction with a client, that is also fine. I was able to get the detail mark started. I can directly mark complete out. Basically, when you're waiting a task, you're saying maybe create a set of means of meeting with the team members that way. That is a to-do task, telling the person to do something. In this case, it is asking me to collect this information in beginning. I collected that information. I have completed. Now you can see the task is reduced. Once I come read this again, this task has been reduced. Actually, this is not performed correctly. That's the reason we are seeing templates very unorganized mark complete. This is also mark complete. This is the wrong template. They are not built properly. The scorecard. We should have two folders. Here are scorecards, and I will show you the difference. Oh, here I can select also. If I select it, then it will not allow me to choose the different. That is in once. I selected it. I will again unselect it. Performance. Survey and scorecards. Like suppliers. Treat. Skips remain same. Now you can see these two need to be presented. Not a correct template. Is it like whatever the template we have, the question is that will be coming as part of the task? Is it something like that? I think better I'll open the sourcing project. You can control the questions also. But generally the question said there are multiple options are provided that time you would use in questioners. Otherwise you will not need the question to ask. Oh, it's open any of the ones. We'll see here. The problem is people are using this one. They are creating new template just for half knowledge. They are doing it and they are not completing it. This is a cleared one, where you see the task and all execution main or everything is done in a proper way. I want to find out which template they have used. What I have to do, go to the overview action, edit overview template, questions ESPN template. Once a project is created, it is not possible to change the template. That's the reason we have to create always new project and sell the template. In real, you will be having only 1 or 2 templates only, not this many templates. That won't be a problem in Create Sublet Performance. And then create Sublet Performance Management. Generally, what I do is I will start with the sourcing process. That will be interesting and going forward. We will do this one. But I thought to change pattern to start with the SPM template. I believe this one is correct policy. It's positive. SPM template. Click on Create. This is make sense preparation, execution and closure. I'm using all 2020. For 5 sections, I'm giving a rating of 2020. Action update totals the grading. I have done action. I don't want to adjust anything. I'm with this. In this case, I will click on Done. I prepared my scorecard and I'm completing it. Completed, you can add additional test. Don't for your life. It could be anything. You can commit option only. Next, prepare scorecard. Execute by clicking on the timer button. Click on Survey. View details. Content, I think. Supplier delivery. These are all fine with me. If I want to change, I can change it. Otherwise, I'm with this one. Mark complete. Minute hour. Who will be completing the third ring? It's up here. It's there. He will be completing the third. Click Next. Click Next. 2 steps completed. This time is the execution. Now we are starting the execution. In here, you need to start recurrence. Here I am, execution stage. Here, I have verified the scorecard and I have verified the survey document. I am fine with this one. Now execution time. Finally, scorecard details. Open the scorecard. What is the scorecard provided by the? He is saying 20, 20, 20%. I am working with this scorecard. Click on Done. Scorecards mark. Start it. Thank you. Start recurrence. I have to do now. I can finalize the scorecard. Open scorecard. Twenty, 20, yes. Publish. Open scorecard. Publish the scorecard. For a period from 2/1/20 to 7/31, I am fine with this. Finalize an answer. Now we are going to run the survey. Scorecards have been verified. I have published this one. It will be Go PSL. Cont. Publish. Being a first time, don't get confused. Here I am going to provide the responses. It is timing. Now I need to log in and provide the survey. Prepare response. It is asking me whether supply delivered PO on time. I'm giving less percentage during PO delivery. Supply provide all the documents. Supply provide on time response. I'm just randomly selecting. This performance is not good with him. Supply provide on time response. Same thing, only repeating. One time I'm giving yes. One time I'm giving no. All same only. Submit entire response. Based on these responses, his performance will be reviewed. That I don't want to. It is revise my response. Go back and open your performance management. You can see on the recently reviewed ones. We can directly open it or go to Suppliers app. And you will find related documents here. Click on Add tab. Add content. I want to add my documents. Click on that. The survey is open. This is the seller performance. Opening that. Going to the tasks. I have completed run the survey also. Mark started. Mark complete. Validate and publish. Opens. Action. Prepare. Now the survey has been completed. We need to review this. Play performance. Going into the supply document. Execution. With this case, survey has been opened. Monitor the survey. Now you see the responses. Based on these responses. Participant scores. You got a 50%. Overall score, which is not an expected behavior. This is below the response. How we got the scoring, individual scoring, you can see by giving people delivery 2.5. This is the score also. Here it is not mapped to the score. Anyway, the survey has been done. Now the necessary action is here that you're only 58%, which is not as per standard. What we have to do? The task is failing. Prepare and manage the supplier action plan. In this case, we're taking the supplier. Have a review with the supplier management to have a review. And you got the score of 7% only, which you need to improve it. Once you've done that step, this is you're going to complete it. With this, you have analyzed the performance measurement of the supplier, and anytime someone is opening, they can able to verify what is the score happened for this particular period. August review, you have got this one. The final step will be closure. Close the outstanding action. Anything is said to be done. You have to complete. Closer obligations you are completing. With this stage, one performance cycle has been completed. Now, after 6 months, you need to review this process again. That's what you have to do. You have to come to the same task. You open the same performance management. Click on this one. It's again. One step we need to follow. the currents. Once you show, once the execution is done, click on show recurrence, then automatically one more cycle will done. How execution you want to auto. In again, one more document will be kept prepared. Will be this the recommend and also when you go to the documents. One more set of scores and surveys have been created. Now go to the same task. Execution. Phase details. Act. Create new recurrence. Now it is created one more difference, but February 24. During that time, you will be monitoring it and certain same scorecards and service will be available here. You can see whatever the responses for August, February 2024 will be prepared the same. You can see that the time step which you have done now you need to do for this one also execution. Is this clear? This is how generally you do a supplier performance management. You can do for only one supplier at a time. It is not done for the multiple player. You will be reviewing the phases in the history. You can see the supply performance of the status and maybe this is the first case which you are referring. You may be little bit difficulty or you may be. The navigation may be different. Once we explore more on the sourcing and contact and this will be easier. Right now, we have done the user part. The next session, we are going to start with the sourcing, will complete the contract management. Then we will touch the templates related to SPM or supplier management. And finally, do not forget to like, share and subscribe to our channel.